we're out here. This is the field where the magic happens.
Benning Bites with Damon Benning. Benning Bites with Damon Benning.
It's another episode of Benning Bites. Appreciate you being a part of what we do. A spirited show this morning. I may be bad at Ravi for a while, but we're boys, so it's okay. But, man, some of those takes, Colorado takes, I don't understand. But I'm going to recover. Just pray for me. Anyway, another episode here. Appreciate you being a part of what we do. You can catch us on AM 590, ESPN Tri-Cities, Google, Twitch, Apple, Spotify, good old YouTube. But again, a real spirited show. Who would you cheer for? North Dakota State versus Colorado. I'm traumatized, you guys. I apologize that I haven't moved on. I will question our friendship later. But really, really good stuff on the show. And I always talk about consistency of the message, right, and kind of speaking things into existence. And one of the things that has really become evident is it doesn't matter if it's, Coach Rhule talking about, Haarberg being a good enough player where he needs to be on the field. And, hey, you obviously don't want to lose your number 2 quarterback on a fullback dive, but we're not going to play scared. Or how you're going to coach Dylan Raiola to play in an opener. You're not calling plays like he's a freshman, or just going for it. The consistency of laying it on the line, like playing guys that can help you win versus overthinking when to redshirt. I love it because I think, and for those of you that have listened to anything that I've said since 2005, it's really consistent. I think model behavior is the most important thing. And physical traits aren't really what's ailed Nebraska. There's been a handful of games where you're like, okay, they're just overmatched. They had better players. But so much of this comes down to emotional maturity and handling the moment. And listen, I'm here for it. People have said, well, if you had better players, then you'd be more confident in this, that. I'm talking about controlling the controllables, where Nebraska hasn't been up to snuff with what's going on nationally in terms of competition in big-time games. So I love the fact that we address things head-on, where you can have a coach say, hey, listen, you want to know why you lose coach games? And then fill in the blank. Or, hey, we're not going to play like this. Hey, we're not going to worry about this. Or how about when he was talking about how they want the offense to play the long game, but they're going to do it in the short term and live with the consequences. We're not going to flinch. We're not going to waver. We're not going to back down. See, all those little consistencies in the message are super important because what they build is, it's not just teachable moments in the moment. It's if it's the third quarter against UTEP and it's 17-7 at the half and you can feel some anxiety in the stands, it's you go back to the consistency of the message. If it's 38-3 and you're starting the fourth quarter, there's consistency in the message. That's why I love common language, because it naturally builds in accountability. But it has to start with saying it out loud. I love the fact that we don't operate in guesswork. I always tell people, hey, if you don't like me, just say, hey, you know what? I don't really care that much for you, because at least I know what I'm dealing with. What I don't like is the guessing game. Oh, what's such and such, or such and such, or what did they mean by this? Because I want the responsibility to handle the information that's been given to me, right? And so when I hear it over and over and over again, whether it's press conferences or in Chasing 3, the desired outcome, it's super intentional. This staff isn't like hoping their way into mental toughness. They talk about it every single day and every opportunity they get. The message is clear. It's up to the player on how to embrace it. And as a player, I'm just telling you, that's how you want it. Hey, where do I stand and what do I need to do to be a part of what's going on? Check. Check. It's another episode of Benning Bites.